Hey guys, for the more unobservant of you, I'm not actually here to give my presentation, so I've prepared this video all about my physicist. Murray Gell-Mann was born on the 15th of September 1929 in the Big Apple. That's New York if you didn't get a reference. It's alright. Interested in maths and physics from a young age, he graduated with a bachelor's degree in physics from Yale in 1948. He then went on to get his PhD at MIT in 1951, and in 1952 he became a member of the Institute for Advanced Study and started his professional career in being a professor. Gell-Mann's interests lay within particle physics, specifically the makeup of an atom. The previous assumption was to say that protons, electrons, etc. were the fundamental particles and there was nothing smaller, although Gell-Mann believed that there were even smaller particles that make up the protons and what have you of an atom. To spare you the huge details, Gell-Mann produced theory after theory to solve the current unknowns around atoms using his new particle. He named his new particle the quark and formulated the quark model, which is a classification scheme for hadrons in terms of their valence quarks. He even created his own algebra in the 1960s called current algebra as a way of extracting predictions from quark models when the fundamental theory was still being worked on. When the technology was available and substantial particle colliders were developed, Gell-Mann's theory was put to the test. By observing the moments after protons and electrons collided, small electrical charges were found. This showed the bonding of particles inside protons and electrons, thus proving Gell-Mann's theory. It was no surprise that in 1969 he won the Nobel Prize in Physics for his contributions and discoveries concerning the classification of elementary particles and their interactions. Gell-Mann still lives today at the age of 73. He is the Robert Andrews Millikan Professor of Theoretical Physics at Caltech, a distinguished fellow and co-founder of the Santa Fe Institute, professor in the Physics and Astronomy Department of the University of New Mexico, and the Presidential Professor of Physics and Medicine at the University of Southern California. Well, that's all I can really say about Gell-Mann without going into too much detail, but to stay with the idea into your mind, here's a song I found.
A quark is a fundamental constituent of matter, observed in 1968 through deep elastic scatter. We found that protons aren't as simple as we thought. We thought they were solid particles, but they are not. Protons, in fact, are made up of three separate pieces. It just gets more confusing as our knowledge increases, but that is what a quark is. It's a piece of a proton, and they also make up other things, including a neutron. Oh, up, down, strange charm, top, bottom. If you don't know what a quark is, it don't matter, you still got them. And with leptons and bosons, unless something's amiss, they make up everything that we can see and that we know exists. Things made up of quarks, including protons and neutrons, are composite particles that physicists call hadrons. Many types of hadrons are theoretically described, but most exist for only very brief amounts of time. Quarks have electric charge, color, charge, mass, and spin, and having color charge means they exist solely inside of other kinds of particles and cannot exist alone, which is why quarks have never been studied on their own. Up, down, strange charm, top, bottom. If you don't know what a quark is, it don't matter, you still got them. And with leptons and bosons, unless something's amiss, they make up everything that we can see and that we know exists. Quarks can join together in two different ways, baryons and mesons, but most instantly decay. If a particle has three quarks, then it's a baryon, and if there's one quark and an anti-quark, then it is a meson. These tiny bits of matter are part of almost everything, and there is no unified theory to make it less confusing. But the fact that we've identified that they exist at all is so goddamn remarkable that I just sit in awe. Oh, up, down, strange charm, top, bottom. If you don't know what a quark is, it don't matter, you still got them. And with leptons and bosons, unless something's amiss, they make up everything that